Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time to go ahead and reveal my choice for the intake manifold for the Project 91 Z28. Before I go ahead and reveal the intake manifold, let's just talk a little bit about these cars. They just have a classic, timeless look to them. They're just beautiful. They just evoke a lot of emotions, especially people like me that own these things brand new. You know, I bought my first brand new one in '92. I spent a lot of time in this car. I have very fond memories, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people do. The ones that owned any of the '82 to '92, the IROCs and all that. I've had two of these. I had the '86 and the '92. The '86 was used, and I had the '92, which was my first brand new car ever. These cars just look beautiful. They're amazing. These lines just never get old. And part of that look is the engine, the design of the tune port intake manifold. It's just like a work of art. When you pop the hood on one of these, you just expect to see the big spider looking intake manifold on there with the big 8 runners curved over and that ribbed intake manifold. But unfortunately, and my dyno tests prove it, these manifolds are not very good at making power. My dyno test showed about 4,000 RPM. The power just fell off. And that's not really very good for making power. I mean, we're not looking to go, way high into the RPM spectrum, but to produce just all your torque right off line, is right off of like 1,000 RPM, isn't very good for a performance car either, because these cars are very hard to get off the line because they just throw so much torque in right off the line. You really want to make your power at 2,000 RPM and up to kind of give you some of that chance to get rolling without igniting the tires. So I was excited to find an intake manifold that does in fact look just like the tune port manifold, and I want to show you this beautiful work of art. Oh, look at this beauty. Let's roll some B-roll. That's right. First fuel injection, and I'll put all the links down below. First fuel injection out of Wisconsin. The owner is Ken. Hand builds these manifolds to order. So when you put in the order online or call him and do an order, he builds these manifolds to your needs. You can check out the links down below. Like you said, you can order these painted, polished, all that. He really helped me out. I reached out to him, said I'm a veteran. I'm not working anymore, trying to grow my channel. I really love your product. Can you help me out? And he did. He helped me out tremendously with this, and he's also the guy I'm getting the cylinder heads from. So he has a variety of products he can offer you for the vehicle. But he hand makes these things. These things are 100% made, built in the USA, and he gives them a lifetime warranty as well. You cannot go wrong with this. If you're like me that loves that classic look of the tune port injection manifold and just feel that's what belongs under the hood of the car, this is totally the intake you want to go with. These will make power to about 5,500 RPM, which to me is fine. If you're like me, staying with the stock engine block, a 2-bolt main, I really don't want to push 6,500 RPM. There are other intake manifolds out there, yeah, but this one runs head-to-head with them if you look at some of the dyno results. And I'm just so excited to have a manifold that's going to keep that classic tune port look. Like I said, there's got to be a lot of people like me that really want to get more power out of these cars, but don't want to ruin the classic look of the tune port injection. So if you want to keep the your classic tune port look and make lots of power, this is the manifold. This is beautiful. This is a work of art, and I cannot wait to get this car running and show everybody this. I'll be at Camaro Fest in 2020 to show this car off, and I cannot wait to pop the hood and let everybody see this monster manifold. This thing absolutely dwarfs the factory intake manifold. This thing is going to flow so much better. It has a single, I'll show you this front. It's got a single blade manifold. Here's the bottom. Look at the ports and all that. This thing is absolutely amazing. Oh, it's got some good weight to it too. Even comes with the fuel rails too. You're not reusing any of the factory equipment whatsoever. So this is a really nice setup. You know, part of the problem with these cars, that dual blade system. Right here, these areas here were known for causing issues with air turbulence, and they used to sell pieces. Problem is, these cars are getting older, and the parts and stuff like that, people wanting to make parts of these cars, is kind of going away. That's where Ken at First TPI, his love and passion for these cars shows in the fact that he still makes and will continue to make these manifolds. He's not a big company. That's what I like. That's another thing I like about it. He's just an entrepreneur. He's making these products out of a love and passion for these cars, and he saw the need that, you know, people like me want to keep that classic look under the hood, but still want to get power out of these cars. So here it is, the first TPI fuel injection. If you have an IROC or any kind of Camaro and you want to have that classic tune port look, check him out. Like I said, the links are down below. You'll be blown away when you actually get your hands on this manifold and see how finely crafted and stuff this is. And go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We will be taking this car back to the dyno. First run was 200 horsepower, peaked out at 4,000 RPM. So I'm doing a camshaft, lifters, heads. Of course, the intake, bigger injectors, and roller rocker arms. We're boosting up the ignition system a little bit with the new distributor and that, and we're going to see what kind of power we can make. But it's mostly going to come down to the cam's going to be a big part of it, but this intake manifold getting air into this engine is what's going to bring that RPM range up. So make sure you subscribe, stay tuned, and see what kind of power we do get out of this. But if you're building an IROC or a Z28 like this one, this 91, and you want this, I cannot recommend this highly enough. Ken's a great guy. Like I said, these are handcrafted. You will wait, but it's well worth the wait for anything that is as well made as this. So thank you for watching. Like, shares, comments appreciated. Please subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video.